There's no doubt you're being tracked across the board. And I'm telling you, we're going to break it down tonight. We're going to cover the news of the day. And then we're going to do a deep dive into, are we actually living in the TV show A Person of Interest? I say we are. We are being tracked. We are in that day and age. We're going to break it down tonight. Let's go.
In the name of Jesus, you with me? Let's go!
You're watching The Big Picture.
All right, welcome everybody in. We're going to bring in the Queen real quick. It's time to bring her in right now. Ladies and gentlemen, there she is. There she is. The Queen is in the house.
That intro, so...
Hey, look, we're
intense, so determined.
We're there. We're there. We're not coming.
For sure.
It's not coming. We're there.
Woo!
We're going to get to it. We're going to break it down. People are already filling up the live chat. We've already got a great crowd in here tonight. Smashing the like button right off the bat. Come on. Show some love.
Right.
And look at this new little graphic that we got here. If you'd like to get a copy of the books periodically, we'll just throw it up there. Get a copy of The Final Flood. You can scan the QR code. So if
way to go, babe.
Yeah, it's hey, gotta get the people equipped.
Very smart.
Gotta get them equipped.
I love it.
All right, how you doing tonight?
Doing good.
You ready to do this thing?
I'm ready to do this thing. Enjoy some sunshine, some outdoor time for just a little bit today.
Oh, we got the brand new daddy for the third time here, coming in here, BGTV.
All right,
Brad, we love you, brother.
I like it.
We love to see you, buddy.
What a blessing.
Coming on in right here. We got Frankie D in the house. We got Connie. We got so many people coming in tonight from all over the world. We just appreciate you so much.
Hope you've had a good week.
Yeah. Yeah.
Joseph Z. What?
Okay, we can shut the show down right now.
Okay.
Joseph Z's in the house, y'all. What in the world? I mean, we did not see that coming. All right, now I'm nervous. Now I'm nervous. Now I'm a little scared.
Exactly.
Joseph Z is watching.
Gotta raise the bar.
Gotta raise the bar.
Gotta raise the bar.
Z, we love you, man.
Love you.
By the way, little shameless plug here. Look at the top of the book, Forward by Joseph Z.
Yes,
our good friend. He's amazing. Well, look, we're saying we got to get to a little bit of the news of the day before we get into our deep dive into. We're going to cover an article that's 23 ways that we are currently being tracked. And we're going to go back to one of our favorite shows ever. A Person of Interest.
I mean, I've done it twice. Yeah. I went through it with you. I watched the whole thing by myself. Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're
Person of Interest.
And if you haven't watched it, y'all, this we're going to show you that we're not getting there one day. We are living in the Person of Interest.
Is it that it ended in 2014?
I don't remember.
I think it wrapped up in 2014.
And let me just say, spoiler alert too. One of the best shows ending ever. I mean, very few.
They got it right.
Very few get it right. A Person of Interest. We're not going to tell you what happened because you need to watch it.
No, you need to watch it.
But it was one of they got it right. So I'll say that.
Things that when we were watching it, especially the first time, that you didn't understand the application for the far-reaching effects, you'll get it today.
You'll get it today.
When you see things that were not understood when that show, was on network television. Yep. You won't have to wonder what that was about.
Raymond's saying that my dad's watching Person of Interest now after 7 times. Wow. So that's what I'm telling you. That's the kind of show it is. All right. So let's cover some things that's in the breaking news. Not a lot tonight because we got to have a lot of time. By the way, thank you for that super chat, Shelley.
Yes.
So, this week we had a couple of folks, major people in the world that we live in.
Yeah.
Go on to be into the next world.
They went on. We're just not exactly sure where they went.
All right. So, and that's not up to us. But Alan Greenspan, many of you are of our age or even not even as old as us will remember his name. Longtime Fed chair. And what they call it, the maestro of markets.
Right. How many years, decades did he have that
position?
Says
from 1987 to 2006 under 4 presidents.
Almost 40. Is that correct? No. 30?
I don't do that math that easy. So, but he died at 100 from complications of Parkinson's disease. How many people make it to 100? You remember the other guy that died at 100?
Was it a Rockefeller? Or
no, it was Kissinger. Kissinger, yeah. Let's read a little bit about him. Greenspan became known as the maestro of monetary policy, spanning one of the longest and strongest economic expansions in U.S. history, marked by booming stocks, rising home prices, low unemployment, and confidence that he could steer the markets through financial crisis. Alan passed away at our home this morning at the age of 100 from complications of Parkinson's disease. stated his wife of 29 years, Andrea Mitchell. Remember her from NBC News?
Yes, I do.
Who was the chief Washington correspondent, chief foreign affairs correspondent for NBC. Mitchell said he was a giant of a man who helped shape the U.S. economy for decades under president of both parties, but also honest and acknowledging his mistakes. For me, he was my husband who shaped my life from our very first date in 1984. He had irrational exuberance for baseball, the Washington Commanders, tennis, golf, and music, especially jazz. He will be remembered for the brilliance and kindness.
Wow.
Being his life partner was the joy of my life. Greenspan's legacy came into question in the final years of his term. The maestro was reluctant to confront asset bubbles, and his hands-off approach to the mortgage and derivatives market helped inflate the housing bubble, leading to the financial crisis of 2008. Boy, I'll never forget 2008.
No, I would like to forget 2008.
Yeah.
But so I wish we could go back and research his early career. I think he was a computer programmer.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he had to be early on in the computers.
Exactly.
Like when they first started.
That's what I'm talking about. Way back, probably in the 60s. I think he might, if anybody is able to look that up, see if he was a computer programmer in the 60s or anywhere, in that era. But that just, that brings more memories of Person of Interest back to me because the stock market is so tied in with, I guess the later, what was that, 4 years, 3 years, 4 years that series ran. And, the stock market plays a big part into however many episodes at one point. And I probably shouldn't say anymore. It's quite interesting.
Yeah, don't give it away
market.
because a lot of people's going to want to watch it. Yeah. So what's the guy's name? The other guy that passed away in media?
Clive Davis, the producer.
Claude or Clyde?
Clive.
Clive. That's right, Clive Davis. So he was very famous for supposedly discovering, Whitney Houston, many others like her. And he passed away at how?
94.
94. So we got two major people in the same week. So
what do you think about two culturally important, highly influential people passing away on the same day?
I have no comment.
Same day.
Moving on.
We're moving on?
Moving on. We're not going there today.
We're not going there.
We're not going
there.
Okay. In addition to that, I woke up this morning. I had heard rumors of this, but I was surprised that it actually happened. Prime Minister Keir Starmer resigned today.
How about that?
Wow.
You have two very influential people passing away, and this person is also making an exit of a different kind on the day, an important.
What is the important day?
Okay. You said we want to talk about it.
We're not going to talk about it. Okay. Prime Minister Keir Starmer resigns, but sets his own months-long timetable to go. Of course he does. Prime Minister Starmer at times appeared on the verge of tears as he announced that he had lost the confidence of the governing Labour Party and would resign, but nevertheless set months-long departure period that will see him through the end of the summer. And here he is.
Thank you, Vicky.
What?
If I was mistaken, she says he has a background in mathematics, economics, and not computer programming. Okay. Thank you for looking that up.
Okay. All right.
We'll find a connection somehow.
All right. That's enough. Come on.
For the better. That's what I came into politics for. The journey to that point was not easy. 6 years ago, I inherited a Labour Party.
Okay, it's enough.
Did we have any warning, any indication that this was going to be happening?
I did hear that.
Okay.
Yeah, I did hear that there were rumors that he was going to resign, but I didn't think he would. And by the way, he did it just like the guy from Canada resigned and then took like a year to do it. So, what was his name? He's now dating Katy Perry.
Justin Trudeau.
Yeah, could that? Wait a minute. Is it sure it's not Castro?
Oh, now see, you won't let me talk about certain things, but you want to throw barbs and jabs out there like that. Okay, question. I thought I heard someone say today that Starmer is the 10th person to step down in a short amount of years, like 5 years, 8 years. It can't be 5 years. That's too soon. But is it 8 in 10 years or 10 in 8 years? They were being critical. They were like,
yeah, bring your own receipts, baby. I don't know.
They were like, seriously?
I'm scanning to see if I can see it.
Keep changing. They keep changing their leadership. So I don't know if it's in that article, but
No, I don't see it. But this guy right here, he's a thorn in their flesh. General election now, says Farage, as Labour government moves to change
Nigel
prime minister.
Farage?
Yes, Nigel. So he's now calling for
He's been a Fox News contributor.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. But he's run for prime minister several times, and he's calling for, hey, look, let's don't roll this out slowly. Let's have election right now. But that's across the pond. And by the way, everybody across the pond that's coming over here, they love America. They're making videos like crazy about Waffle House and Golden Corral and Costco, and
Walmart, Buc-ee's.
Buc-ee's, y'all. When they went to Buc-ee's, it was amazing.
It was on.
If y'all ain't ever been to a Buc-ee's, y'all, it's like going to Disney World for a gas station.
Yeah.
All right, but so there's also a lot of other things going on around the world. First round of the U.S. Iran summit talks on track as encouraging progress is reported. Depends on who you watch and who you listen to. Initial summit talks between the U.S. and Iran seeking to reach a final deal to end the war between the two countries ended Sunday night in Switzerland with encouraging progress. Mediators Qatar and Pakistan say the first round of negotiations began earlier today on the shores of Lake Lucerne and followed last week's initial agreement between the U.S. and Iran, as reported by Breitbart. The roadmap to peace, as signed by U.S. President Donald Trump, is now progressing, despite the critics, naysayers, and doomers predicting otherwise. The chief negotiators for the U.S. include J.D. Vance, the vice president, special envoy Steve Witkoff, and Jared Kushner, the son-in-law of the president. Vance was quick to set out what had been achieved for that day. Let's listen to what he has to say.
And this is probably what we're most excited about as Americans. The Iranians have agreed to invite IAEA inspectors back into their country. That is a major milestone for the American people and the first step in permanently denuclearizing or permanently ending a nuclear weapons program in Iran. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. That's exactly what we asked to happen. We made a lot of great progress on other nuclear talks. And that leads me to the final thing that we wanted to accomplish, which is actually set up the process for the technical negotiations that will follow.
Okay. So, we're not going to comment a lot on this because there's just really, you just open up a can of worms because it depends on who you listen to, who you're watching. Is it going right? Is it going good? Is it falling apart? Is the strait open? Is the strait closed? I think, we're really not going to know until until it's all said and done and the troops come home. And this over with. I do see that the price of oil is supposedly coming down. Be honest with you, I really don't want to talk a lot about it tonight. I think we needed to report on it just because of what's going on.
At the very least, would you say that these varying reports keeps you in a state of confusion over this war situation?
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, if I would say anything, I would say that. And
just wait and see.
It's hard for us over here to parse out the truth and know exactly what's going on. And if you have a main line to it, I would love to hear from you.
Well, the most important thing that's going on right now is the discussion of Buc-ee's. That is really more important than anything.
It is at the top of the list, but
people are saying Buc-ee's is overrated. A lot of them are saying overrated. And look, Teresa, I feel sorry for Teresa. I'm praying for you. She's never been to Buc-ee's or Golden Corral.
Well, you better hurry up on that Golden Corral thing
because
that is running out of steam. I am so thankful for chat because I did notice two different people said they had 6 leaders in 10 years. One said 7 in 10 years. So they're on top of things. I appreciate
Marcia says, I love watching Paul Begley go off on the subject yesterday. He was hot and telling it like it is. Okay. All right, come on.
That sounds like him.
Diesel came down to $3.98, Tabby?
Come on, Jesus.
Wow.
That's great.
Diesel use a lot.
Did you notice gas prices today?
I did not.
That is not surprising.
I don't
if
look.
I
only look at what's in front of me.
Linear, right?
I'm a linear.
If I had ventured out, I would have noticed, so I could have reported tonight. I should have just looked at my gas app, but
we ain't worry about that.
But yeah, it's definitely much better. At least 50 cents drop, maybe.
But I refuse to get excited about $3 and something gas. I'm sorry, I'm not going to get excited. I'm going to get excited when it goes down to 2 something.
Well, okay.
But I am excited that it's going down.
Don't get excited. Just be appreciative.
I am appreciative.
How about that?
Let's move on. So this happened today. Half the internet goes down.
Yes, it did.
As Cloudflare blames issue on a fiber cut in North America. Dozens of popular websites crashed on Monday, leaving millions without access. Did y'all know about that? So we got X, Zoom, Google, Microsoft, Cloudflare, which we've covered them extensively here. I mean, all of the internet is based on Amazon's web services and Cloudflare. It's the predominant one, which provides web security, speed, and routing services for millions of sites. Said it is investigating, this is interesting, a fiber cut. Now, what kind of fiber's got to be cut to affect that level?
Right.
Eastern North America, and believes it is unrelated to the rest of the outages experienced globally. So there was, at the same time, something that was cut in North America, they're saying is not even the reason why globally there was an outage that was happening.
So, okay, two things. Okay, we're talking globally, but you're saying somewhere in North America.
Yeah.
Do they reveal where?
I don't know. I'm reading it as soon as you are.
Okay.
A company spokesman told the Daily Mail Cloudflare is not currently experiencing a global outage. The issue that we're aware of is Zayo, a network provider, is experiencing an outage of some of the network routes. That may cause some sites using Zayo exclusively to be unreachable. Goes on to say traffic engineers have successfully mitigated the majority of congestion and packet drops. So you can see this is what we use. What is that called? Down detector.
Down detector.
So you can see the spike of all those were out right at the same time, which shows you how interlocked and connected our world is.
Everything is. I don't know what time this image was.
It says issues began at 8:35 a.m. Eastern on Monday.
Okay. Well, then hours later, because I pulled up Down Detector on my phone and showed you multiple platforms were still having issues. Some were better, some were still having issues.
Yeah, you were having some issues today.
Yes,
you were having issues where at one point you tried to call me and this is what you sounded. We got you. Now I'm not saying that disclosure something was happening. There's no clicking. What
it reminded me of a little, not exactly, but was the old dial-up days.
It did. You did sound like
it wasn't as bad or crazy, but kind of like that.
All right, let's I don't even know if this falls under, I think it does fall under Supernatural AI update.
Okay.
I mean, we're only 15 minutes into the show here, 20 minutes into the show.
Okay.
But I think we got a lot of ground to cover. So let's just go there.
Let's do it.
The Supernatural AI Update. Brought to you by Uncle Jimmy.
There he is.
It's the Supernatural AI Update. Hey, earlier night, you didn't even come in. Snooze, you lose, baby.
I was second guessing.
Snooze, you lose.
Anyway.
All right, Sandy. So today I sent you this article, and we're going to make our way to that article, but we're going to get through a couple of things getting our way to that.
Yeah.
We are in a world that the surveillance that is happening to us, most people, I would say 99% of people in the world have no idea
They're not aware.
How much we're being tracked.
They don't understand the extent. But yeah, it's just extensive. It's exhaustive. I don't have any doubt that some issues people have, nervous issues, headache issues, they're getting sick, they're getting anxious, are brought on by these.
Right.
I mean, this is not exactly along the same lines, but, I've heard of people getting cancer from living close to, what do they call those, high velocity or whatever?
Yeah. High voltage.
Power lines. Power lines that go over your apartment or whatever. Thankfully, that's not a huge problem, but some people claim that is what's happened to them or their children. So I think that it can really affect your psyche, your health. 100%. And that's just one thing.
That's just one thing.
The intrusiveness, how you can be targeted, how, maybe if certain monitoring was not taking place of you wouldn't be on someone's radar for other reasons.
Right. Somebody made a good point a while ago. They said it's going to get to the point that we're going to have to start the show with Uncle Jimmy. That's a great Venator. That was good. Was good. Yeah.
It does feel like that some Monday nights.
Yeah. All right. So like I said, we're going to get to the show Person of Interest, and we're going to show you why that's important to you and why that is probably one of the most accurate predictive programming shows that's ever been made. And by the way, very quality show too. Really good show. And
really good actors.
Good, excellent. Jesus is in there.
Absolutely.
Coach Jim Caviezel is not actually Jesus, but he'll always be Jesus when I'm looking at him.
He is always going to be the best Jesus for us.
Right. So this here, I don't know who this lady is here, but she does a little video reacting to J.D. Vance. Now, J.D. Vance, I don't know if you realize that he came out with a book about his faith, Journey Back to Faith. And he's been going on, as the sitting vice president, he's been going on all kinds of podcasts and TV shows, and he's been answering questions about policy, but he's been also talking about the world that we live in. And, they're asking about aliens, they're asking him about disclosure, and then they're asking about AI. So let's just start tonight with the words of the sitting vice president in his warning about AI surveillance. So we talk a lot about AI, but we forget that AI is being used to surveil us as well.
A friend of mine once said that AI is fundamentally a communist technology in that it allows governments and corporations to surveil people in very profound and different ways. And that scares me a lot. Like, I don't want a social credit system that's powered by AI.
Guys, it's real. This is the sitting U.S. vice president telling you that they have some Black Mirror-esque type capabilities. In the U.S., I think we're okay, but imagine living in Iran or North Korea or the U.K., because apparently they're doing dictatorship type stuff now too. These governments can easily use all the data that exists about you, and trust me, there's a lot, and create these AI-powered super tools of oppression. Technology can be a force for good or evil, but we have to see the writing on the walls here. It is becoming more difficult than ever to escape the government's boot, and with AI, it becomes that much harder, which means we must resist all encroachments of our privacy and rights. That means saying no to the flock safety cameras, saying no to digital ID, and not willingly giving up so much information about ourselves.
All
okay,
right, so,
I want to say no to those, but
yeah, that's my question.
yeah.
How do you do that? How do you opt out? Yeah.
Short of literally taking it out, what are we supposed to do?
Yeah. Well, one of the things she's pointing out is that she pointed to Iran, she pointed to North Korea, but what J.D. Vance was saying, this sitting vice president, is that I think he was trying to tell us, that's not over there. That's already being used here to some extent.
100%. We're going to get into this list of 23 a little later, but yeah. I'm going to tell you what, creepy, disturbing, troublesome, and most or all of these are in use now, correct?
Yeah. Right.
Most of you will be familiar with a lot of them. There may be things in there you've never heard of or even conceived were possible. There's one that bothers me the most, and I don't know
we'll get to
if it's the most alarming, if it would be the most alarming to you, but to me, it's just mind-blowing.
Well, one of the things that the video that we just saw that she pointed out is saying, say no to flock cameras. So flock cameras is a term that some people don't even know what it means. It's just now beginning to get out into the mainstream. So that is the tag reading technology that is being put in all 50 states, I think, or at least attempting to be put in there. It's supposedly to track you with your tag. All right. So I want to hit a couple of things here on flock cameras, and then we're going to go a little bit further.
Let me ask you this before you get into that. Is this the type of camera technology that is used when, a lot of cities have this monitoring of rolling through a stop sign or maybe even the speeding part? I'm thinking specifically of a town near us that uses this to send you a citation through the mail. This is not that.
That's a traffic camera.
That's just the traffic.
Yeah, that's a stop sign camera. Flock cameras, let's just read it.
Okay.
Your car was never the target. For years, governments assured the public that license plate readers were simply tools to catch stolen vehicles, fugitives, and dangerous criminals. That was always the sales pitch. Now the mask is coming off. According to reports, a new surveillance platform called Signal Trace is being marketed to law enforcement and government agencies that go far beyond reading license plates. The system can collect identifiers from smartphones, smartwatches, Bluetooth devices, vehicle infotainment systems, Wi-Fi hotspots, the pressure sensors, RFID devices, air tags, and even pet microchips. They are no longer interested in tracking your car. They are interested in tracking you.
So I want to make a prediction.
And they're called flock cameras.
Flock cameras. Do you think that later on in this article that it would say something about having the ability to sell this information to corporations and blah, 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 blah?
What do you think?
That's what I'm
I don't
thinking.
know if it don't have to say it in the article.
That's what I'm totally thinking.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, how intrusive. You want to find out what my grandkids might be watching on, we don't have this, but if they were to have a device in their lap or hanging on the back of the seat or whatever, watching something, you can figure out what they're watching. It's none of your business.
Yeah.
None of your business.
So let's answer your question about this paragraph. The greatest threat is not the technology itself. Technology is neutral. The danger lies in believing that governments, corporations, bureaucracies can be trusted indefinitely with unlimited access to information about every citizen's movements, associations, and daily life.
Raise your hand if you say no.
Yeah, exactly.
No.
When your phone, your vehicle, your wearable device, and even your pet become tracking beacons feeding a centralized surveillance system, we are no longer talking about crime prevention. We are talking about the creation of a digital leash attack to every individual. Once the infrastructure exists, listen, the temptation to abuse it becomes inevitable.
I want to say,
and it will never be taken back.
Never be taken back. Let me say one quick thing to give for example, to make this more real to those of you who are like, I don't really understand what you're talking about. Our local news, I think it's our local news, is doing a piece right now talking about how we have so many cameras like this in use. And okay, can they be abused? Yes. And the proof is that people that work in the, I hate to say this, but some police or people that work, in protection, whatever facet, are tracking their spouses or, the people they're dating or whoever, because they just want to track their movement.
That's in the news, our local news?
I think it's in our local news. Somebody's doing a news piece on it to talk about how this can be abused, how, seemingly something that's supposed to be positive and supposed to be helpful and always, used for good reasons. People are taking it and using it for their own personal use.
Wow. Well, let's continue on flock cameras here. It says there's a new audit that reveals flock safety cameras, which is what we just talked about, which is designed and sold to us to find criminals who stole a vehicle, grab the license plate and find them, are being used as mass surveillance cameras by multiple agencies. The audit shows flock cameras in San Francisco are being accessed hundreds of times by out-of-state agencies and federal agencies. Quote, stunning revelation from San Francisco's police chief putting the spotlight on the city's license plate cameras. A recent audit uncovered activity that violates California law. The police chief said the city license plate cameras were improperly accessed hundreds of times by Western State Information Network. That was done on behalf of federal and out-of-state law enforcement agencies, which include the DEA, the ATF, and as well as state agencies in Oregon and Washington. San Francisco has more than 400 license plate reading cameras across the city. For reference, the Western States Information Network is a regional. Let's watch this little bit of video here. It might be a little repetitive, but this is from the local news there.
Developing story this morning, stunning revelation from San Francisco's police chief, putting the spotlight on the city's license plate cameras. Now, this all brings up a reoccurring question. Who else has access to that data outside of local police?
Today in the Bay, Ginger Conejero-Sam joins us live in San Francisco this morning. And the police chief, what is he saying?
Yeah, good morning, Laura and Marcus. Police Chief Derek Liu made the announcement at a recent police commission meeting. He says that a recent audit uncovered activity that violates California law. Now, the police chief said the city's license plate cameras were improperly accessed hundreds of times by Western State Information Network. That was done on behalf of federal and out-of-state law enforcement agencies, which include the DEA, the ATF, as well as state agencies in Oregon and Washington. Now, that activity is illegal because California prohibits sharing data with agencies outside the state. Chief Liu says that the audit did not find any inquiries related to federal immigration enforcement and that no federal or out-of-state agencies have ever had direct access to the flock system. Now, following the audit findings, SFPD says it immediately cut off Western State Information Network and its access to the city's flock data. In a statement, Flock, who manages the system, said in part this did not occur due to a software issue, platform problem, or any failure within the Flock system.
Let me translate that for you. It was hacked.
Meanwhile, here's San Francisco DA Brooke Jenkins speaking to how the cameras have benefited the historic lows in the city's.
Yeah, whatever. All right, so let me show you this one other thing here. New York City has installed, listen to the wording, new cutting-edge AI sensors to monitor activity of residents. These high-tech sensors will help evaluate how people are walking, biking, and driving so we can design safer streets and encourage safer environments. Now look at the camera. When you see what I'm about to show you of the opening of Person of Interest, we keep coming back to that show, that looks just like it.
Oh, boy.
Okay, so New York City Transportation Department Commissioner Mike Flynn today announced the use of new cutting-edge sensors for better understand how New Yorkers use their streets and to inform safer street design. Boy, what a spin. We're only doing this to see how you use our streets and your safety. Oh, yeah. So it says, by analyzing detailed data on how streets are used, the agency expects to use the sensors to evaluate the effectiveness of street redesigns and safety projects, identify high-risk locations before crashes occur, keep that in mind as well, using near-miss data, predictive, better allocate street space among pedestrian, cyclists, and vehicles, improve access to transit loading zones, local businesses, build a data set that measures how pedestrian and cycling volumes change across the city and over time. Now, before we comment on this, I want to remind everybody, because news moves so fast and our attention spans are like a goldfish, okay? But here's the reality. Let us not forget that on Thanksgiving weekend, while we were all eating and sleeping and napping and watching football, the President of the United States signed an executive order that you can go to whitehouse.gov right now and search Genesis Mission, and you will find that in that executive order, he literally authorized that all of the data sets of all of the lettered departments of the government would voluntarily give away their data set to AI to train AI. Sandy, I don't know if you realize this, but today, on the White House, I don't even have it, I'll try to find it real quick. On the White House's official X and Truth Social, he starts promoting quantum computers today. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I'm going to show you that. Donald Trump says we will be the quantum computing champions of the world. Okay. Yeah. So your comment on these cameras, these flock cameras, before we get into person of interest.
They're invasive. They're intrusive. We're sold a bill of goods about how they're going to help them to analyze and understand how to keep you safe in traffic. And I think it can do some good things, but there's so much potential for abuse. And guess what? It really doesn't matter. They're there. I don't know what it would take to get them out and get rid of them, if it's even at all possible at all.
All right, here we go. So this is the White House. Investing in American quantum leadership like never before. President Trump signs an executive order.
Who's standing with him?
This is today. I don't know who those people, of course, I know behind him, those two guys. I don't know. I don't recognize them. On quantum, supercharging a national effort in innovation in quantum technologies, ensuring national security. So let's listen to the president here as he talks about this.
Quantum technologies represents the next generation of innovation across computing, sensing, and networking with enormous significance for our country's economic growth, scientific research, and cyber security. It's really a big deal that we're doing today, and the country is doing really well, as you know. In 2018, I signed the National Quantum Initiative Act into law, which led to doubling the federal government investment in quantum research and development. I think you all know about that. that helped unleash billions of dollars of private investment in America's quantum industrial base, promoting significant scientific and technological progress like we've never seen before, actually. We want to keep that positive momentum going in America with the orders that I'm signing today, and these will really have place it a big step forward. We're already the leader by a lot, and we're going to be now the leader by a lot more.
All right, so let's review. He becomes president. This is not bashing President Donald Trump, but it's just stating the facts. He becomes president, second day in office. He brings in the AI giants, a few of them,
tech titans.
The tech titans. And he signs, executive orders and announces the creation of Stargate, Project Stargate.
Yep.
On November of 2025, he signs the executive order that empowers AI basically to become Terminator as the Genesis Project. Think about this, Genesis as in the days of Noah. And also, let's not forget that Terminator had a version, one of their sequels was called Genesis. Okay, let's remember that.
Yep.
And then, of course, you have all the data centers. I'm seeing the live chat. They're the smartest live chat on the YouTube because they're way ahead of me already. I was about to say, I'm beginning to think that the reason we have so many data centers and the need for so many, so much so that Elon Musk is saying, let's put them in space and let's put them in the ocean, is because probably they're going to be used by these quantum computers. Now, these quantum computing we have covered here, they have openly said, this is not conspiracy, this is what they've said. Google has even said, was it Willow? I think their chip was Willow. And said that only thing we can explain of how they did what they did so fast is they must have pulled from alternate universes, other versions of itself to correct. So let's just think about this. All right. So if you're able to tap into another dimension, I'm not saying this is allegedly, and you're able to do something in the supernatural realm, maybe they're tied to fallen angel technology or something like that. And then you have AI on top of that. And then you have all these cameras and all this. Ladies and gentlemen, you can't put that back in the toothpaste tube.
No.
This is the beast system. This is what the Bible talks about, that they will track you and you cannot buy, you cannot sell, you cannot function unless you agree to their system and have the mark and agree to their system. So what we're doing is we're covering systematically, before we even get into the 23 ways you're being tracked, the beast system of the book of Revelation is not coming. It is already here.
Ooh. Speaking of data centers, I'm sure many of you in your states, in your communities, are either having a new data center be announced and it's in, construction's going on for it to come up, or you've got groups of people that are wanting to do their town halls and they don't want it. They're resistant. I just got a message on my phone that a city around us approves temporary moratorium on data centers.
Yeah. Good luck with that lasting.
Good luck with that lasting.
Yeah.
We know some people are getting sick because of the humming noise or different, byproducts of having a data center. They are causing problems with water. Some people can't have access to fresh water. Everybody's power bill has gone up. I don't know anybody who's not feeling and seeing an increase in their monthly power bill, which is disgusting. It's just very frustrating. A whole myriad of problems. There's one area where I think it's a mobile home community. They're wanting everyone to clear out so they can level it, so they can start construction on a data center. That's put these people in a very tough situation. They're there because this is a lower cost option for them to have a place to live.
Sure.
So now you want them to leave and get out, and it's just causing all kinds of issues, putting people in desperate situations across the board. It's not just one thing; it's multiple things.
Yeah, and so we're not doom and gloomers here.
No,
we're not fear mongers. But here's the thing: we are also going to state facts. Here's the facts. In the natural, you cannot stop this. This is where the system is going. This is what the Bible talks about. Look, I'm just going to say this real quick. Get equipped. Understand what's going on. Get you a copy of thefinalflood.com. Go to thefinalflood.com, get you a copy of the book, The Final Flood. You can scan the QR code, or you can just go to the website, thefinalflood.com, and get you a copy. What's it going to do? It is not anything that's going to add or take away from the Word of God. You need the Bible more than anything, but it's going to help you understand what we're talking about. The systems, how we got here. This did not happen overnight. This has been a long planned rollout.
Oh my goodness. Oh.
We are at the end of a long game of the enemy to wind this thing down.
We couldn't have conceived it because there are so many different moving parts and layers. Like things had to happen in a certain order, right?
Yeah.
Like this had to be introduced and perfected, and then this next part and piece is going to come along and layer on top of it, and all the while we are being prompted and we are being moved along and led down the path to what is the word? Integrate us into the system. It hasn't been all at once. Mm-mm. It's been in stages, right? It's been decades in the making.
Yeah. Well, one more thing before we get to person of interest. I just thought this was an interesting article that popped up today. Peter Thiel's secret society that he's created creates a perfect target list for espionage, influence, operations, and blackmail. So I don't know if you guys know about this, but Dialogue, which is a private invitation-only organization co-founded in 2006 by billionaire tech investor Peter Thiel, has spent 2 decades refusing to disclose its membership. That position became harder to maintain last week when a Swiss hacktivist, known for exposing the U.S. government's no-fly list, found an open directory embedded in the source code of dialogue.org that was visible to anyone who viewed the page. Wow. Wired independently verified the contents and obtained the registration list for Dialogue's 2026 retreat, August 12th through the 16th in Dublin, Ireland. A trove of internal records from our secret society for powerful figures in U.S. Politics, finance, and tech was left exposed online. So let's look at some of the ones that's in there. Interesting. The roster is not a list of adjacent power. It's power in direct regulatory relationship with itself. Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent appears alongside Aaron Hoffman, Dialogue's chairman, who founded location data broker SafeGraph. Hear what we're talking about. Location data broker, tracking where you're at. That's what they're talking about at these secret meetings. Identity resolution firm LiveRamp, Senator Ted Cruz, who chairs the committee overseeing the FTC and its Data Privacy Authority, is listed in the same directory. Palantir co-founder Joe Linsdale, whose software runs case management for ICE and data fusion for the Pentagon, appears alongside Army Secretary Dan Driscoll and Representative Jim Hines, ranking member of the House Intelligence Committee, which oversees agencies Palantir contacts with. It goes on to list several other people, but watch what the agenda is. The agenda for 2026 Secret Society, this meeting here, is called Navigating World War III. What? Battlefield technologies, bring back nuclear, and build a cult? What?
Bring back nuclear.
Bring back nuclear and build a cult. The last moderated by founder of the Christian networking site Pray.com.
What?
The last of the build a cult will be moderated by the founder of the Christian networking site Pray.com. There's also How's Your Sex Life, which presumably has a different moderator than Pray.com. What is this? What is this?
What business does that do?
Yeah, what is dialogue.org talking about your private life and as well as how to build a cult and Pray.com being involved?
I can't. I want to.
These are the people.
I want to.
These are the people that are that are tracking us.
Right. You're talking about the Pray.com that was at the NRB.
Yeah. I'm not throwing shade at Pray.com. I'm just saying, all I know is I'm just reading what they're saying that was in the record. That doesn't mean that he's a bad dude. It's just, so how to start a cult, I'm assuming that he's meaning that facetiously. Okay. All right.
But is it odd to you that he's attending this? at all under any pretense. I mean,
but how about the topics? These are the topics: navigating World War III.
Yeah.
Battlefield technologies. Bring back nuclear.
Everybody out there, and you also, this sounds like a meeting at Bohemian Grove.
That's what I was thinking.
This literally sounds like a Bohemian Grove agenda. What is going on?
Hey, pray.com, if you're listening.
Get out.
No, I'm showing love for you, pray.com.
I'm saying get out.
Just let us know why you're there.
I'm saying reject, deny.
All right. So,
mission.
Look, further on down in the how about this? Dialogue also runs a matchmaking service.
Why wouldn't they?
Its registration form asks whether participants are looking for love and offers
in
to
all the wrong
include
places.
single response for future matchmaking. A separate site at dating.dialogue.org hosts an app pitched as a meaningful connection for exceptional people. Okay. All right, Sandy. So let's go there. Let's
please
now our friend.
I need something
Frankie,
stronger, but I'll have to settle for
you mean
water.
coffee? You mean coffee?
I meant Diet Coke.
Caffeine. Let's just clarify that. Okay. All right. So look.
Woo.
In the live chat, I think he's still in there. My lifelong friend. When I say lifelong, all the way back to when I was 5 years old. My best friend Delane. He travels with me. He's in our church. He's the man.
Spiritual advisor.
My local Hebrew and Greek expert
That's
I consult when I need something explained. But he's the one that put us on to a person of interest.
He is.
He started hounding us. He's like, y'all have got to watch this. Y'all have got to watch this.
Before that, it was 24.
It was 24. He put us on 24.
And ladies and gentlemen, when we go, we go in.
Yeah.
We had.
That was when we weren't even awake.
Oh, no, we weren't even awake.
We weren't even awake, y'all.
We would have our own personal 24 marathons.
Yeah, exactly. There
at
he is.
Home.
There he is. Frankie D, Delane McCurry. Y'all see him there.
And then we got on to person of interest, and we probably had a couple of person of interest marathons as well.
We did.
What's that?
All right, so that's Delane. Y'all, that's the man right there. And by the way, we're going to have him back on the show because he knows the Bible.
Mm-hmm.
He's a great guest. We'll have him on there to talk about end times and other.
Pencil us in for the 4th of July, Delane.
Yes.
Might be calling on you.
All right. So not Hebrew. He says he's Greek expert, but not Hebrew. All right. So look, when we first, we don't have time for another show and all this, but when a show hooks you with the opening of the show. Now I want you to watch this. When did this come out? Delane, tell us when it first came out. When it first came out. Now this particular YouTube trailer that I'm about to show you is from 8 years ago. So I know it's longer than that. But when did Person of Interest first come out? Somebody tell me in the live chat.
Delane, it was at 2010 or 11. Did it wrap up in 2014? Was it 3? Was it 4 seasons? I mean, I know we're in the ballpark, but I don't know exact.
All right. So once we find that out, Person of Interest, everybody's saying it's excellent, excellent. Understand, this came out, and then, of course, we had the movie, what was the movie with Tom Cruise where they predicted crime?
Right. The whole pre-crime thing. Why can we never remember the name of that?
Minority Report.
Minority Report.
So they would predict the crime. Well, they were really trying to tell us that they already had this technology.
Yes.
So the premise of this show, a person of interest.
2011. Thank you, Delane.
2011. All right. So the premise of Person of Interest was Jim Caviezel, that is, widely known as playing Jesus in Passion of the Christ. Great actor. He is recruited because of his past experiences in the military. I don't know if he's a Green Beret or something like that, but he was like he had assassin level abilities. And he was given a fresh start to become this guy that was working for this person that created a program as a result of 9/11, that he created a program that could predict when somebody was going to commit a crime.
Right.
Or to have a crime committed to them. And the interesting thing about Person of Interest is whenever they would get the number.
This is saying Minority Report was 2002.
Oh, my goodness.
Is that right?
It's got to be right. So now listen. So
I'm with you.
All right. So what I'm trying to say is the cool thing about this show is they would get this number from this computer, and then they would know that this person's going to be involved in a crime. The interesting thing about it, and I love this, the way they did this, is you didn't know if they were going to do the crime or if the crime was going to be done to them.
If they were the victim or the perpetrator.
You just knew that there's going to be a crime.
Yep.
And but the basis of it all is this system, this computer, this AI, this global system that can track you anywhere you go. This was way back then. So let's watch this trailer. And this is actually the opening of the show. I believe this was how it would open every week, and it's really powerful. Watch this.
You are being watched. The government has a secret system, a machine that spies on you every hour of every day. I know because I built it. I designed the machine to detect acts of terror, but it sees everything. Violent crimes involving ordinary people, people like you. Crimes the government considered irrelevant. They wouldn't act, so I decided I would. But I needed a partner, someone with the skills to intervene. Hunted by the authorities. We work in secret. You'll never find us. But victim or perpetrator, if your number's up, we'll find you.
Wow.
Makes me want to go back and watch it again. I want to start it over.
What is
man, that's a great show.
What's Finch's real name? If you watched Lost, you know.
Oh, they're talking about Lost in the live chat right now.
He was that guy in Lost. He was, just that mastermind character in Lost as well.
Oh, by the way, this show ended perfectly. Lost ended stupid.
Horrible.
Worst ending in the history of all series.
We still have trauma by the way that thing ended.
So stupid.
Carter, yeah.
All right, so person of interest. Okay, that's going to lead us into our big article tonight that we're gonna park in.
Yeah, if you need to go to the restroom, go now.
No, don't go. Don't go.
You don't want to miss what's coming. Hurry, go.
Take your phone with you.
Take your phone with you.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So many things I want to say. I'm not going to say.
Ben and Lost.
Ben and Lost.
Lost was a great show, but stupid ending. All right, so look, this is what sparked this show tonight, this article here.
Right.
From Science Sensei, 23 technologies. Now think about what I just said. That your government doesn't want you to know, not that's coming, that exist. You step behind the headlines, glimpse of the hidden technology, tools and breakthroughs that rally, blah, blah, blah. Here's the first one. Stingray cell phone trackers. Now, we're going to hit them pretty quick, but I want you, what did I just do? Okay, all right, there we go. I'm going to zoom it in just a little bit here so you can see a little better. How Stingray works. Now, listen to this. A Stingray is a mobile device that masquerades as a cell phone tower. It's usually mounted in a police surveillance vehicle. Antennas on the police vehicle determine the distance and direction of the phone in relation to the Stingray and other cell towers, telling police where the phone is in real time. The intercepting device, known as Stingray, with related antenna and gear, is sold under names Amberjack, Kingfish, Harpoon, and Rayfish. The FBI and most other investigative bodies in the federal government, as do at least 25 different local and state police departments, has it. Even more have access through sharing agreements with federal, state, and regional task forces. So in the old days, you would, when you watch the movies and all this, they'd, triangulate and all this kind of stuff. Now they just get in the car. They have the technology to simulate an antenna for any cell phone system and just drive around town until they find that phone, if they know the area of it, and then the phone starts reacting to their built-in tower and keeps them locked in, and they can find that person and track that person. And the FBI and almost all investigative bodies of the federal government are already using Stingray.
Yeah, and I like it for the application of getting those bad guys. But
there's that other thing. There's that other thing that it never stays just for that.
No, exactly. So while you're tracking that bad guy, how many other people can you be tracking at the same time, or what other things could you be doing? So, it's, maybe you're out in your yard doing something 100% innocuous, innocent, whatever, but, they're collecting your data. Maybe they have camera situations where they can see you, and I don't know, maybe they can turn your totally innocent behavior and activity into something that looks like it's not.
Right.
I don't know. It's just, how can you even conceive of what applications are possible?
Exactly.
You can't. You can't go out in front and ahead of these things and think of every scenario where you remain protected.
Yep. All right, so we got a long way to go here. We're on number one. As we go, as some of them be quicker than others, I want you in the live chat or in the comment section, wherever, if you're watching this live on the replay, let us know if you already knew about that, and especially let us know if you have experienced this in your own life. Okay, so the first one was Stingray cell phone trackers. These are current technologies that are in play right now that the government doesn't want you to know about. Number two, facial recognition cameras. Of course, we know that. This is person of interest. But listen to this. Facial recognition cameras are reshaping surveillance by identifying and tracking individuals across public places, often in real time. These systems are installed in airports, city streets, and transit hubs, usually with minimal public disclosure. The widespread deployment of this technology stirs heated discussions around mass surveillance and fundamental civil liberties. Many citizens remain unaware of being constantly monitored as they go about daily life. Constantly monitored. I'm telling you right now, I believe that when you're walking through Walmart or Target or wherever, you are being tracked as you walk through. You walk down the streets, you're being tracked in most major cities. You have cars now that are tracking you as you're driving. I saw something this week in the Tesla. You know, the Tesla's always recording you, especially you have the self-driving.
Right.
So if you look away and all that, it will tell you, don't look away. Keep checking on me. Keep your head forward. So you know what people are doing? They're buying little dolls about this big, and they've learned how to position it and stick them in a certain place that where the camera hits them, they see that little doll face, and they can turn away. They can read a book and all this kind of stuff, and it's fooling the camera inside, which is silly. It's a little silly thing. But what I'm trying to point out is now the cars, not just Tesla, but other cars, are not just giving you your surroundings in the self-driving mode, but they're constantly recording you. They're measuring your heart rate. They're seeing if you doze off, all under safety. So then you get out of your car, you walk down the street, you're being tracked by cameras on the street, you're driving down the road, flock cameras are tracking you there. When you get off the exit, there's a camera right there looking at you. You're sitting at the red light, there's a camera sitting there looking at you.
Yes.
Person of interest, that's why we showed you that. If you came in late, most of you know about the show, Person of Interest. Sandy, it's not coming. We are already in it. And that's only number 2 of 23.
Absolutely believe that. Even your own cell phone. What was it CJ told you about your own cell phone? That it's every so many seconds, or how often it's...
Oh, no, that was me. I was the one who told you that.
Oh, you told
me.
I thought he told you and you told me.
No, I was pointing. He might have told me, but I think I pointed it out to him too as well. Like, let me tell you what she's talking about. If you have facial recognition on your phone, and most of you do, whether it's an Android or an iPhone, the way you can do it is if you have night vision, like a Ring camera or something like that has night vision, turn off all the lights, turn your phone off, make it go black, and just hold it in front of you, or just set it down. It don't even have to be in front of your face. And go back and look at that phone and in the room on night vision, and you will see every few seconds it flashes, a light flashes. Why? Because it is constantly scanning. The LiDAR scanner especially is constantly scanning your face. Like right now, it's taking a picture of me. Even though it's not unlocking my phone, it's still taking a picture of me. And it's also taking a picture of my surrounding.
That's
it's right there in your hand.
Seriously? Come on.
Yeah. Your TV, your TV's doing the same thing.
Your TV has been able to watch you for, I don't know, probably 15,
yeah, people are pointing
12,
that out.
15 years.
Yeah, your smart TVs have cameras and audio recording capabilities.
We were talking about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, and by the way, anytime you download an app, nobody reads the terms and conditions. You just accept. And when you accept inside the terms, you're giving them permission to track you. I mean, let's just be honest. Okay, we got to move on.
Yes.
Pegasus Spyware is another one that's very big. It's engineered by an NSO group, represents one of the world's most sophisticated digital surveillance tools. Once installed, it can remotely access a smartphone's messages, microphone, and camera, often without any visible trace. Its secretive deployment to monitor journalists, activists, and political figures has ignited international outrage and raised urgent ethical questions. So it's called Pegasus Spyware. And basically, once they find a way to get it in the system that you're on, they can hack your phone and literally just use your phone to do whatever they want to do with it without you even know. Like it can be in a lock screen mode like this, and you have no idea that it's actually accessing the camera, accessing the microphone right there in real time. These are things that, Sandy, that are not coming. They're here.
They're here.
Now look at this. This is like a movie. It's called Deep Packet Inspection. Deep Packet Inspection, or DPI, is a powerful technology that enables authorities to analyze internet traffic far beyond simple metadata. By inspecting data packets in detail, governments can censor websites, block specific content, and monitor online activity with alarming precision. This tool is central to information control strategies in countries like China and Iran, where it is used to suppress dissent and enforce censorship. So what we're saying here is your internet is not free. Your internet is not independent.
Right.
Doesn't matter what kind of spyware stuff you put on your computer. There are people that can hack into your computer and not just control your computer, but control the algorithm in your computer.
So you think this type of technology is used in cases of YouTube where people get unsubscribed, or
which is happening to us all the time,
right? Messing with
here.
algorithms, buffering effects, and so on and so forth. That said, that it can remove content from like news articles, like if they see a paragraph or a part of an article that is too dangerous or whatever, they don't want that out there, go in and take that out.
Right.
It's just
Redline is saying Pegasus is a Trojan horse. Ruth is saying that Dan Bongino talked about Pegasus a couple of years ago.
Wow.
It's very old technology, but look, most people, old technology or not, have no idea about this. They just think this is something in a movie, and they don't think, well, that's just in a movie. No, it's not just in a movie. If it's made it to the movie, it's real. I'm beginning to understand that.
It's either real, finally.
It's either real or it's on the verge of being
We're
real.
getting some traction here. I talked about predictive programming. I don't know how many years before you finally paid attention to me. Okay.
All right, y'all, come on. You did it.
Our efforts have paid off. Thank you.
Okay, all right. So here, let's continue. Number 5, 0-day exploits. Okay.
Now this is language I have not heard before.
Yeah, 0-day exploits. 0-day exploits are software vulnerabilities unknown to the public and vendors, making them prime tools for covert cyber attacks. Governments use these hidden flaws to infiltrate foreign networks, conduct espionage, and even launch digital sabotage before any patch is available. Their rarity and secrecy make them highly prized on the black market, raising the stakes for national security and personal privacy alike. And this is called 0-day exploits. So basically they have AI probably, and hackers as well, constantly scanning the deep web, trying to find holes in securities or vulnerabilities. And then they exploit them. And then when they're able to get into them, that's when I think a lot of these, you see these like hospitals and schools are taken hostage.
Oh my goodness.
And you have to pay that ransom.
The ransom. And some of them have done it.
Oh yeah. Because they've just got to get over. Somebody says, I have electrical tape over my iPhone camera.
Good.
I put my iPhone and iPad in Faraday bags and cover my Wi-Fi with one as well at night.
Good on
Karen Drennan. Come on, guys. Carol. Showing some love for Carol. Carol is doing it right.
Very good.
Yeah, I've never used facial recognition deliberately. Sandy, I hate to break it to you. Sandy Edwards or something. Warda, you're still using facial technology.
We are.
Even though you haven't given permission,
I know.
You're still using it.
But look, as many ways as you can shut it down, or cameras that can be covered or whatever, do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
And then we go back to this. We talked about it earlier. Quantum cryptography. So this is
every time I see a picture or some kind of image of this.
But that ain't the way they even look.
Right.
Yeah.
But the way they're depicted sometimes is just weird.
Well, and by the way, aside Adam, They're shutting CERN down right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to do a show on that.
We should.
In the next
You
couple
should.
of days. I'm going to do a show about what has happened every time they shut CERN down.
Give us some examples, please.
Well, 2008, okay, a terrorist attack, stock market's affected. And then the last time they shut it down, we had the wah.
True.
I mean, so it's all kinds of things. So it's going to be shut down for a few years.
Shut
and
down
by the way,
for upgrades?
no.
Or-
They won't tell you why. They'll give you just a little spin.
Maintenance.
But what's this? Guess what? It's going to be shut down. What year it's going to be turned back on?
2030?
I'm pretty sure I read that. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure I read
Just a guess, but that sounds about right.
2030.
Right? God.
So quantum cryptography harnesses the unique properties of quantum mechanics to create encryption that is nearly impossible to crack. This breakthrough promises a revolution in secure communications, yet governments are keen to develop, control, and sometimes restrict its use to safeguard their intelligence priorities. Widespread access remains limited, keeping much of this transformative technology behind closed doors. We will continue. Predictive policy algorithms. This is a big one here. I want to read it again. Predictive policing algorithms. Predictive policing algorithms. This is Minority Report.
Yes.
This is the movie Minority Report. That's exactly what it is. Predicting policing leverages artificial intelligence. This is a person of interest to analyze vast data sets and anticipate, listen to the wording, where crimes might occur or who might be involved. While some praise its efficiency, critics warn these algorithms can amplify existing biases and unfairly target certain communities. Despite these concerns, many law enforcement agencies deploy predictive tools with minimal public oversight or transparency. The resulting debate over accountability and civil rights continues to intensify.
Yeah.
Predictive policing.
And guess what? Because of all the information and the data that is already out there on each and every one of us, it's probably not very hard to do.
Yeah, exactly. But how interesting that we just showed you the trailer of the opening, A Person of Interest. We've talked about Minority Report. You said what, 2002?
2002, I believe.
Okay, listen to the wording one more time and think about the movie Minority Report and A Person of Interest. Leverages artificial intelligence to analyze vast data sets and anticipate where crimes might occur or who might be involved.
Mm-hmm.
Again, wait a minute. Again.
When you're accessing these vast data,
You're being watched. The government has a secret system,
I want
a
you to see it
machine
again.
that spies on you every hour of every day. I know because I built it. I designed the machine to detect acts of terror, but it sees everything.
15 years ago.
Violent crimes involving ordinary people, people like you. Crimes the government considered irrelevant. They wouldn't act, so I decided I would. But I
They wouldn't act, so I decided I would. And I want you to go back to your thought, but I want to read this again. Artificial intelligence to analyze vast data to anticipate where crimes might occur or what may be involved.
Yeah. Delane, do they say Department of Defense? I'm sure they do in this series. Do they mention DARPA? Like, it's been a while since the last time I watched it. And the first run, DARPA wouldn't have stood out to me. But now, when I hear DARPA, bells go off, alarms go off,
But
certainly.
But they can't find Nancy Guthrie.
Can't find Nancy Guthrie. And she's back in the news to
Yeah,
some
she is.
degree
She
right
is.
now.
Yeah.
But,
I know. Yeah.
The whole, look, most, if not every one of these bother me, right? I'm sure they just make the hair on your arm stand up and all that kind of stuff. But some of them really stand out. Like this one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, it's big. That's a big one.
Do we really stand a chance against a predictive program, a predictive model?
And is there any chance they could get that prediction wrong?
You're right.
Or intentionally report it as wrong to punish someone?
Exactly.
And Delane is saying he's pretty sure yes. So that they did. Satellite-based mass surveillance. Now, they've had this for years, but it's becoming amazing.
Yeah.
High-resolution satellites are capable of photographing vast regions of the planet with astonishing detail, capturing vehicles, faces, and even subtle movements. Governments exploit this technology for mass surveillance, intelligence collection, and in some cases, precision targeting. The true reach and sophistication of these orbital eyes are seldom revealed to the public.
Yeah. Hey, and you shouldn't wonder when you can go to your Google satellite and zoom down and see a person in the backyard swimming pool on the pictures and whatever that were taken. I don't know how often they update those, but when that level of technology is available to you, what in the world are they keeping from you?
Exactly. Voice recognition for surveillance goes far beyond virtual assistants, allowing authorities to scan and identify voices from phone calls or ambient recordings in public spaces. This capability enables the monitoring of conversations and pinpointing of specific individuals, often without their knowledge or consent. As these systems become more accurate, concerns about privacy and misuse continue to grow. So in other words, this is what happens with me and Sandy all the time. We'll be getting into a deep conversation and we'll say, "You hear that, NSA? NSA, did you hear that?" Or Sandy will look at me and go, I'm like, "I don't care. I know they're listening to everything." She's like,
how about these stupid times when you're just talking, like nothing specific, nothing important, and Siri will chime in and ask you, you know, she thinks that, that you're summoning her or whatever.
Exactly. Right now, people's phones are going off just because you said her name.
And I'm so mad. I'm like,
no, stop, cancel.
Literally, how when I say call Larry Ragland, you can't understand me after 3 attempts, but you think I'm calling you now? I'm asking for you to, what?
I think they intentionally do that.
I guess.
All right, look, you have a job. Write this down to remind me. Here's your job.
I got to go to work. Okay.
Remind me. They're asking me to link this article in the description.
Oh,
so
that's a good one.
Yeah. So when it's over with, I'm going to link this in the description. It's not there now, but I will link it in the description. That's your job.
Very good.
If you come back here and it's not linked, it's because Sandy didn't do her job. Just so you know.
I'm doing my job right now.
Okay, but you got to actually read it to me because I'll forget it. Okay. All right.
Listen, stop.
So listen, Sandy, right now, according to this article, the government is listening to us. You got anything we need to make sure they know?
They're always listening.
They're always listening.
If the
I really do believe they're always listening.
If the local government is listening, I'm really upset about my property taxes.
Okay. They don't care. All right, moving on. Number 10, internet kill switches.
This is interesting.
An internet kill switch grants authorities the power to disable internet connectivity across entire cities, regions, or even nations, often within moments. These drastic measures are frequently enacted during protests, civil unrest, or political crisis to control information or disrupt organization among citizens. Notable examples have occurred in Egypt and Myanmar, where such shutdowns silenced millions. And of course, we know that it was turned off in Iran.
Exactly.
And so a lot of people probably don't realize this, that they literally have the ability to just turn off the internet for everybody.
How about this? Because we all were basically forced to get smart meters on our homes, they can also do that to your power.
Exactly.
So is that what happened?
Turn off your car.
Is that what happened in, the country that we just invaded in South America recently?
Venezuela.
Did they all have smart meters too? Is that how everybody lost their power all at one time? I'm just being facetious.
I don't think so. I think that was alien technology.
But, okay. So back to this internet. So, yeah. Just with a few clicks of a mouse, typing in a few commands, bam.
Yeah. So what we're learning already, and we're about to go to number 11 of 23, what we're learning already is everything that we know in our life now, basically other than the breath that you breathe in and out.
Ooh, and that's even in question.
That's even in question what you breathe in.
They're polluting the air with chemtrails.
It's all controlled. I mean, we're not going to be controlled. We're already controlled. Can you imagine what would happen to the world if the internet went down? The world. If the world's internet system just...
We do not have enough, SSRIs, or basically medication to...
No. The people would turn on each other. You think leave the world behind and all that was bad. You can't even imagine how people would turn on each other. They would not be able to function. Everything we have now, it's digital. Everything we have is now connected to the internet. But here's the thing. We're going to continue to show you how that is becoming more and more dangerous. Number 11, BCI's brain-computer interfaces. They create a direct link between the human mind and digital devices, unlocking remarkable potential for those with disabilities and revolutionizing neurotechnology. Yet beyond medical uses, listen to this, military and intelligence agencies are investigating BCIs for enhanced interrogation, mind-controlled weaponry, and cyber warfare. So what we're reading here is this article is saying that the military is saying, hey, look, if we want to get some information out of somebody, we'll set them in a chair or put them, instead of waterboarding them, we'll just put a chip in their brain that gives us the ability to do with their brain and unlock the mysteries and the knowledge that we want to get just from the computer. Or we can mind control and turn somebody into a super soldier.
Good grief.
Or MK Ultra. Instead of having to train them for years, we just put a device in them and just turn them on and turn them off. That's what they're saying. And of course, we all know the most famous one, Elon Musk and his Neuralink.
Yep.
And he's saying it's going to create and give him the ability, this is his words, not mine, Jesus-level miracles, Jesus-level power.
He did.
To cause the blind to see, the lame to walk. So we see the good that's going to be used for a lot of this, but y'all, the good pales in comparison to what is really these things are going to be used for.
Yeah. I mean, so if you could sum all of the things that we're talking about up tonight in one word, it would probably be control.
Control. Yeah.
It's about, limiting. It's about invading. So it's ultimately about control. And somebody about 30 minutes ago in chat said something about going off grid. And you might want to entertain that thought when we get to the end of this list.
Yeah, exactly. Continuing, number 12, biometric databases. Okay. Governments are building massive biometric databases containing fingerprints, facial recognition data, and iris scans from millions of citizens. While these systems can expedite law enforcement and border control, they also introduce serious risks from privacy violations to large-scale data breaches. Oversight and transparency remain hotly debated topics. Okay, so we know that. Anytime you scan, anytime you look, they're putting in a database.
And
we already knew that.
That is super invasive. Okay, that is personal to you. That is your fingerprint. That is your iris scan. I mean, I know we've submitted to it. We have agreed to, look into that box or put your handprint down or, many devices now have just the fingerprint scan. But that's
look at this.
Super invasive.
Look at this technology.
How about that?
I'm going to show you all this technology.
Bam.
Watch this. You hear that technology?
That is the highest technology right there.
And let me tell you something. It's not hackable. You can't hack this.
Exactly.
Can't hack this. Na 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 na. Can't hack this. Da na 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 na. Can't hack this.
Come back to us. Very good point, because most of us have the Bible app on our phone.
Go analog, baby.
But it is hackable.
It is hackable.
If someone, had a mind to get in there and change a few things around, that wouldn't be hard for them to do. And since we have not, most of us haven't committed the entire Bible to memory, you might not be aware. We might not be aware in some cases if they did that. But what you just held up, the actual physical Bible, not hackable.
Not hackable.
Original, still the best.
Come on. Original, still the best. Automated license plate readers is self-explanatory. We already covered this. This is the flock cameras. Right. They're tracking us as we go. Smart dust sensors.
Can I just say?
Go ahead, babe.
This is one of, if not
come on, I knew
number one.
I knew he's going to get on this one.
that bothered me. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
In a sense, you can't really call this low tech, but when you stack it against some of the other things we've talked about and will talk about, it's kind of a simple premise.
Mm-hmm.
But how is this achieved? Who thought of this? How did they actually come up and develop the technology to get us here to where this could come into our reality and be successful and productive in what they intended it to be? I want to know your thoughts.
Well, I'm going to give you my thoughts, but I'm also going to say, ladies and gentlemen, we are seeing bots coming in like crazy right now. Just understand that a lot of the things that you're seeing right now, these are not real people. These are bots.
Oh, this one that says 8647?
Yeah, these are bots coming in. And by the way, if you think that I'm calling you a bot and you're not a bot, then you need to make a way to let us know that you're not a bot, because we know that you're a bot. And that's okay. That just means we're getting put out in front of people that don't normally watch us. So don't get caught up. Don't get in conversation with these bots. They're in here just trying to blow it up. But my thoughts, you want my thoughts on this right here?
Yes, I do.
So let's read this and I'll give you my thoughts. Smart dust consists of microscopic wireless sensors capable of collecting and transmitting data from virtually any environment. These almost invisible devices can be dispersed to monitor crowds, spy on targets, or observe battlefield conditions without detection. Governments and defense agencies are experimenting with smart dust for unparalleled surveillance and intelligence gathering. Now, okay.
Would you
look at this? Look at the figure. You see the little tiny dots on that finger?
Look at the finger. Look at the tiny, tiny dots on the finger. I know you wouldn't call this low tech. How do you stack it against the things that we've talked about so far?
I think it's more dangerous.
Okay, so you are along the same line of thinking that I'm on.
Yes.
So if I'm not mistaken, because it's been a while, I think...
Stop the presses. Streamline, I can make that happen for you. Stream red line. He says he wants to see me in hammer pants.
No.
I'm sorry, I had to say it. I have a pair.
Thank God.
They're somewhere in storage.
We do not know,
we don't know where they're at.
Are. Thank you, Lord, for small. No, sit down. Oh my goodness. Help us, Lord. Okay.
Got to pray just to make it today. Sorry.
So I believe Steve Quayle and or Celeste Salome was talking about this smart dust being in the food so that we can track the food supply. Now, how evil and wicked is that?
Wow.
How evil and wicked is that? What if this was in the actual livestock, not food that's being transported in trucks that's already been meat that's been processed? What if it's in and on the deer, the cattle, the whatever, so that they can be tracked while they're still alive?
Yes.
Or the produce or anything.
But what about if they're in us?
Definitely.
What if this technology really is real and we have breathed it in, or something was like the wah had something in it that gets inside our DNA?
Okay, so this is nanotechnology. What if nanotechnology has been in your body for many, many years?
Well, the good thing is...
And you've been trackable for many, many years.
If that's the case, the good thing is, I want to tell you right now, I don't think that even if that is true, that doesn't affect your DNA and it doesn't alter you, that you're a human, you're still redeemable. I don't want anybody to think that we're saying
We're not
otherwise.
trying to say that at all. We're just talking about for tracking purposes.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not saying changing your DNA.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that at all.
Okay. All right, so here's some other ones that people that watch this show is very familiar with. We'll go through them fast. Directed energy weapons, DEWs. They're used, we know they're real. Focused beams, such as microwaves or lasers, to disable electronics, disrupt equipment, incapacitate individuals without traditional projectiles. While the technologies are openly discussed within military circles, rumors persist about their use for covert crowd control and sabotage operations. The ability to silently disrupt or disable makes these weapons particularly controversial and shrouded in secrecy. I think that we've seen them used for crowd control.
People claim that they had it used on them, and quite frankly, I believe it was in the Obama administration to break up some of these gatherings, and it's used in not the laser form, the frequency form to, I think how they explain it is, it vibrates the water molecules under your skin or something. You get a burning sensation. I mean, I wish I could cite to you exactly what they say. But basically, I think people say their skin feels like it's on fire and they have to just get away.
Wow. People are saying in there about how to do a metal detox.
Very good.
Have you ever heard of how to do a metal detox?
Heavy metal detox.
Have you ever
I've
done
heard
one?
of it, yeah.
All right. So let's continue. Number 16, DNA phenotyping. It is a cutting-edge technique that predicts a person's physical features and ancestry from genetic samples. Law enforcement agencies deployed this technology to generate composite images of unknown suspects, sometimes reconstructing faces from just a trace of DNA. What? However, concerns about privacy. Okay, I got to read that again. Law enforcement agencies deploy this technology to generate composite images of unknown subjects, sometimes reconstructing faces from just a trace of DNA.
I knew that would freak you out when I read that. And I was like, this is...
What?
You talk about filling in the lines.
Is this real?
Yeah, you can come up with a face or an image that may not be accurate, but they're leaning to the idea that more times than not, the picture, the image, what somebody is going to look like is going to be accurate.
Wow.
More times than not, just from a little bit of DNA.
That's insane. Delane is saying we have the equivalent of one plastic spoon in our brains.
He told me that a couple weeks ago,
Wow.
and I was so disturbed.
Wow.
I was like, ah.
Now, this technology has been around for a while, but it is being taken to another level. RFID, radio frequency identification implants. These are, years ago, you start seeing people getting these little chips and these implants in them. They're tiny chips embedded under the skin, allowing for tracking of people or assets via radio signals. While they offer convenience in logistics, healthcare, and secure access control, the idea of implanting individuals has raised significant privacy concerns. Both governments and some private employers have explored this technology for surveillance and security purposes. I remember when we first started our channel, we reported on, I think it might have been, I don't remember what country it was, some in Europe, where they had this one company in Europe had all signed an agreement to chip themselves.
Yep.
And everybody
no more
there.
key cards to get in.
Yeah. Drinking their car with it, all kinds of stuff.
Go up to the drink machine and the candy machine, the snack machine.
Yep.
Just wave your wrist and
exactly.
No more keys, no more key cards.
So RFID has been around for a while. It's people at first, when it first came out, they thought it was the mark of the beast. I don't believe it's the mark of the beast. I've got my own opinion on the mark of the beast. I believe mark of the beast is going to be some type of very sophisticated fallen angel technology, Nephilim technology, that will alter the DNA and remove you from actually being a human.
While you're talking about fallen angels, some of these different technologies we're talking about seem like they came straight from the fallen angels.
Absolutely.
I mean, some of them are sophisticated, but also kind of elementary that, okay, we just keep tweaking and improving things we already had, we can get there. Some of these, like that smart dust, I'm sorry. How do you get to the point to create something so small that, can do so many different things and accurately do them?
Yeah. These are the days of Noah. I mean, come on. How can you dispute that we are in the days of Noah? Yeah. And, of course, the days of Lot. Social media manipulation bots. We have a few of them in the live chat tonight. Come on in, you computer-generated bots. I started to say the Lord loves you too, but he doesn't love you because you're not real. He loves the world, the human beings. Social media manipulation bots are automated accounts programmed to flood platforms with propaganda, fake news, or targeted messaging. Governments and political actors use these bots to sway elections, amplify specific narratives, and discredit dissenting voices, often on a massive scale. The covert influence of these digital armies shapes public opinion in ways most users will never realize. I honestly believe, Sandy, that this one right here, social media manipulation bots, is absolutely one of the most powerful weapons in the hands of the not so good people that is even in the world. I mean, it is being used on such a scale. People are so programmed in what they think about things and how they jump on things so quick.
Yes.
And the algorithm, y'all. I mean, I'll talk to people at our church, and I'll say something like, and these are people that are like-minded, people that follow the same kind of things I follow. And they're like, I'll say, you ever heard of this guy here? You ever heard of this guy? And they've never heard of him. And they'll say, well, have you ever heard of this other guy? I follow him all the time. You would love him. I've never heard of him either. Because our algorithms, even though we're both Christians, we both watch the same kind of stuff, are completely different.
They're different.
That you see in things every day that the other person will never know even exists, because it's being tailored to the individual, finding out just a little bit of what they like and then going with it.
What is that thought? Is it called dead internet?
Dead internet.
Theory?
The dead internet theory. Yes. It's happened. It's there.
So
we're there.
I don't know what percentage they ascribe to this, but basically X% is not people. It's just the bots out there throwing content and getting in your algorithm and molding and shaping and influencing. So
yeah, right.
Whether that's absolutely true or not, I don't know, but I know it is a belief.
It is absolutely there. All right, so we're moving on to number 19. We're working our way to 23. Covert audio surveillance devices. They are tiny, sophisticated microphones that can be hidden in everyday objects to record conversations undetected. Intelligence agencies and law enforcement deployed these bugs in homes, workplaces, or vehicles, sometimes without warrants, or notifying those being monitored. The use of this technology often skirts legal and ethical boundaries, keeping the public in the dark. So basically what they're saying is, that the government's always had bugs, but they're saying the technology for bugs now, they can come into your home and they are the size of a dust particle. They can, I remember hearing when even before I was awake to this world, hearing things about and watching something like on National Geographic or something, where the FBI had the ability to take an incandescent bulb and turn it into a listening device.
Yes.
Not with a bug in it, but the bulb, taking the vibrations and all kinds of. So they've had ways of listening to us for years.
Yep.
And that was decades ago. What in the world can they do?
Exactly. I can't remember the phrase, but this is in line with what I heard. Is it anything that has a electric current? That may not be how it was, but when they mentioned the light bulb bouncing off of that, I was like, we're cooked.
Yeah, we're cooked.
You weren't even awake yet. I was trying to figure all this out myself. Hey, VP.
Look, I love what he said. This is talking to the chat that this is not about the AI data centers. It's not about AI. It's about surveillance. I truly believe that.
What about the robots?
And the robots. Both of them. Yeah.
I mean,
they've got to have processing. They got to have something to tap into.
They got to have processing power. This is we're using it. It's part of our culture now, but not that much. But they certainly want it to be in the future, and it's got to have, to be able to be powered.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Gotcha. Number 20, on our way to number 23, advanced encryption backdoors. These are hidden access points deliberately, listen to the wording, deliberately built into secure software, allowing governments or agencies to intercept otherwise private communications while justified as necessary for national security or law enforcement. These backdoors significantly weaken security for everyone and expose users to new risk. Their existence is often concealed, fueling fierce global debates about privacy. So basically what this is saying is that these are, I don't know if they are in agreement with the government, but there's access points that are deliberately built into these softwares so the government can have a backdoor access that you would not have yourself.
Yep. Didn't Finch put a backdoor?
He did.
In the technology in Person of interest.
Person of interest.
Mm-hmm.
Number 21 of 23, autonomous drone swarms. Autonomous drone swarms are fleets of drones that operate in concert using artificial intelligence to navigate, surveil, or carry out coordinated missions, sometimes for targeted strikes or crowd management. Their speed, adaptability, and ability to overwhelm defenses make them a transformative yet controversial development in modern security. Governments are tight-lipped about the true scope of these programs, keeping much of their progress under wraps. So have you heard much about autonomous drone swarms?
Well, we've seen the swarms in an entertainment mode in China where I don't know how many drones they had creating, well, how would you say, making it look like, I don't know, giant birds or whatever up in the sky. That's
even Jesus. I've seen them do Jesus.
Yep.
Yeah.
So that's quite impressive. I mean, yeah, I'm sure you can figure that out over time. It's got to be some pretty fancy programming to get that many things to move and cooperate like they need to at one time.
I know people get so sick and tired of hearing us talk about movies and TV shows because we don't follow movies and TV shows. That's not our guy, okay? But let's remember the Spider-Man movie where the villain was this giant monster and come to find out was really not even real. It was a swarm of drones that was projecting the image of this monster. And Spider-Man had to break through that, and it started glitching. And then everybody saw that this giant that was destroying the city and scaring the city was not even real. It was a projection of one person with multiple drones. That was
I'm trying to zone in. There's been so many Spider-Man.
What's the Jake Gyllenhaal? He was
Jake Gyllenhaal.
He was the guy that was in control of those drones. And I forgot what his villain name was or whatever. But
yeah.
I forget which.
How many years ago? 5, 7
Was it Homecoming?
years
It
ago?
wasn't Homecoming.
Listen, when you get into Spider-Man, I can't keep all those straight.
No, there's 3 different universes of Spider-Man.
So
number 22, digital currency tracking tools. Okay. They enable authorities to monitor and analyze transactions on blockchain networks such as Bitcoin and Ethereum. While these tools help detect illicit activity and combat financial crime, they also allow governments to surveil ordinary users' financial behavior, challenging the promise of cryptocurrency anonymity. The growing use of such tracking systems raises new concerns about privacy and financial freedom. So digital currency is the future of the beast system. We, of course, are against it, but we're against all of this.
Yes.
But it's here.
Multiple people are saying Mysterio. They're on top of this.
Yeah.
They're on top of things.
Greatest live
chat. They got their Spider-Man universes, Marvel universes straight.
Exactly.
Oh, and Be the Whole Cookie says new movie coming in July. Okay.
I saw the previews.
What'd you think?
Looked pretty good. I ain't gonna lie to you, it looked pretty good.
So you think they're gonna redeem themselves a little bit?
The Spider-Man's always been pretty good. I mean, they didn't mess Spider-Man up like they did Marvel. Birds of a prey, flock cameras, drones, beast police trace and track those who commits idolatry, sin, and buying and selling of money and contracts. There you go.
Got a laundry list of things going.
There you go. Here. I agree. And finally, the one you've been waiting on, number 23, mind control and behavioral modification tech. It is this.
Some of them are thinking, that doesn't sound quite as bad as what y'all make it.
Yeah, exactly. Delve into the manipulation of human thoughts and actions using electromagnetic waves, neurostimulation, and subliminal cues. While many claims in this field border on science fiction, there is real documented research into influencing mood, perception, or decision-making. Such advancements hold potential for medical breakthroughs, but also profound misuse by authorities seeking to alter behavior without consent. Now,
that tinfoil hat is not sounding so crazy about right now, is it?
Exactly. Now, subliminal and manipulation things have been around for as long as human beings have been around.
I think so.
I remember when we first were youth pastors. Okay, this is way back, y'all. We were youth pastors when we first got married.
Been a minute.
way longer than we've been actual pastors ago. When our first year of marriage, we would show videos and VHS tapes and stuff to our kids. And I remember showing one about subliminal suggestion and how it's in music, and how even back in the 70s and 80s, it was exposed that during movies, they would do this. This is a fact. Exactly. You know where I'm going. This is a fact. Way back then in the 60s and 70s, even back into the 50s is when they first started doing it. They would wait until the most dramatic moment of the movie. And while you're just engulfed in the movie, they would flash an image of popcorn and a Coke. You remember that? And they would flash it. And it's like you would have to slow it down dramatically to even see it. And the people in the theater would never think it and that they saw it. They would, but your subliminal mind would grab it. And they started showing private cameras looking in these theaters, seeing people in the middle of a movie when you're still loving the movie, just getting up and going to buy some popcorn and Coke. And it's like, then they showed this image of, and this is funny, I remember this so vividly, that they showed this supermarket and they were having this elevator type music, supermarket music playing, all this kind of soft instrumental music. And ever so often they would slow it down and they would say, "Do not steal that." And they would say
Did
that.
it work? Did that work?
They showed videos of people putting stuff in there, and
Oh, wow.
and all of a sudden just like conviction got them. And they put it back up and they started slowing this music down. They were saying, "Stealing is illegal. You will be prosecuted." And it was just very quiet and behind the scenes, but it was manipulating the mind, and your subliminal mind was hearing it. So this has been around for a long time. That was when they didn't even have AI and computers and internet. So what are they doing now? How are they manipulating minds now?
Yep.
I mean, you don't have to play it in the middle of it. You don't have to flash a picture of they put it in the movie now. In the movie, they'll be like, "I don't know about you, man, but I really would like some popcorn right now."
Very high tech and fancy now.
Pop
Wow.
and Coke, and the line is saying Coke and popcorn sales went up significantly. That's true.
You
People
go.
are saying, "Now I want popcorn." Me too. And it became illegal. That's right. This was a fact. They made a law to make that illegal. They were doing it so much in movie theaters, they had to make it illegal. You know what's not illegal? Let me tell you what's not illegal. It's still 100% legal. And I don't know how long it's going to be legal, so you better jump on it now.
Yes.
Hear the Watchman Conference in Springfield, Missouri is coming up so fast, y'all.
Soon.
It's so soon. They're selling out. Y'all got to come and meet me and Sandy and hang out with us. Friday, August 7th, 8th, and 9th. And by the way, if you can't afford the tickets, but you can get there on that Sunday, I'm going to be preaching the Sunday service that's a part of this. They're going to have worship music. It's totally free. You don't have to have a ticket to get there on that Sunday. And then we're going to baptize. So if you can get there on Sunday and you'd like to be baptized, I would be honored to baptize you in the swimming pool. It's going to be incredible. Awesome. The Hear the Watchman Conference is linked down below, hearthewatchman.com. If you use promo code Ragland20, the number's 20, Ragland20 at checkout, you'll get, I believe it's $20 off. Mm-hmm. And that's amazing. By the way, you can also get on-demand access as well. All that is at Hear the Watchman. If you can't go to the conference, you'll be able to watch everything live, and then you will own it. And you can always go back and watch it, take notes and study it. And even if you go to the conference, I think a lot of people will probably still get the on-demand so they can go back and watch it. So hearthewatchman.com. Sandy, would you not love to meet some of our Big Picture family?
I definitely would. Please come out, guys. Let's get a picture together, hang out.
And
it'd be so fun.
And there's another thing I need to tell you about. That is a big, big deal.
Yes, it is.
And that is, we've not talked about it a lot lately, but we are about to make a huge push, a final push. Many of you have already signed up. If you can go to the Holy Land with us, we are going to Israel November 1st through the 10th. You can stand where Jesus stood, walk where he walked. Y'all, it's going to be epic. We're going with our great friends, Paul and Heidi Begley. Many of you, several of you, I should say, have already signed up and going with us. We're going to ride in the bus together. We're going to hang out together. Every place we go, it'll be me and Sandy and you guys. And we're going to become lifelong friends.
Absolutely.
It's just going to be incredible. Israel26.com, Israel26.com, or better yet, just go down in the description. The direct link is already there. Get your passport, get your deposit, and go to the Holy Land with us November 1st to the 10th.
Yes.
Any final comments on this insane ride down person of interest world that we live in now?
Yeah, check out person of interest, number 1. Number 2, we're praying that y'all are going to be able to sleep tonight. It was a lot. This show was heavy tonight.
Here's what we used to tell our youngest daughter. She'd have nightmares. She'd come in there and you'd say, "Not go get your teddy bear." You'd say, "Go get your Bible and sleep with your Bible." And she'd grab her Bible and she'd just sleep with the Bible.
We would hold the Bible, slide the Bible under the pillow. Strangest thing, we would have a recurring dream that sharks were chasing us.
Yes, but then we'd say, "Go get your Bible."
It was real. It was scary.
Yep.
But you bring out that Bible and do some prayer, we're going to be sleeping the rest of the night.
Yeah, let's just read a little bit of the Bible. Come on, let's just do that.
Throw some word out there.
Let's throw some word out there. Y'all probably heard this before on this show, because if you want to know the world that we're living in right now, how about this right here? All right, where's the dad?
I figured you was going there.
Matthew 24. But of the day and hour no one knows, not even the angels of heaven, but my Father only.
Right.
But as the days of Noah were, so also will the coming of the Son of Man be. For as in the days of Noah before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered the ark, and did not know until the flood came and took them all away. So also will the coming of the Son of Man be. Then 2 men will be in the field, one will be taken, the other left. 2 women will be grinding at the mill, one will be taken, the other left. Watch, therefore, for you do not know what hour your Lord is coming. But know this, that if the master of the house had known what hour the thief would come, he would have watched and not allowed his house to be broken into. Therefore, also be ready, for the Son of Man is coming at an hour that you do not expect.
Excellent.
I think that is the way to leave this and understand that no matter what is going on in the world, no matter how much they can track you, no matter what kind of technology is out there, that technology is just an imitation of the supernatural. And the supernatural power of God, when you have him in your life, you are a part of that remnant, and you are awake and you are ready. And that is our mission on this show. That is why I wrote the book. That is why we call it The Big Picture. And that is why we get on here and show you what's going on in the world. But we always want to remind you that no matter what's going on in the world, Jesus is greater than that. You need a relationship with him.
So good.
Amen.
Amen.
All right. Thank y'all for being a part of this special show tonight. Share this with somebody. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. And I want to remind you that we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.
Help us build the Big Picture family. We're on a mission to wake up the world to what is really going on. Go to LarryRagland.com to give a one-time gift or become a monthly partner. Any amount blesses the entire Big Picture family. While you're there, pick up our book, I See Greatness in You. Browse our merchandise store, connect on social media, and get on the Big Picture mailing list at LarryRagland.com. Join us and be a part of the Big Picture family, where we ain't woke, but we are certainly awake.